this show has like a lot of big actors show up. Um, we get Octavia Spencer, who obviously was in Ma a few years ago. She was in the Michael Myers reboot. She's just in a lot of shit. I'm pretty sure that she was in another reboot series thing. Yeah, she was in Thunder Force. Yeah, that movie is trash. Anyways, I'm trying to think of what it's called. I didn't know she was in Zootopia. I don't think she's in Spider-Man. Whatever. I guess I'll never know. But yeah, Octavia Spencer plays this teacher once Jack and not Jack. Justin and Alex get sent to a wizard school for Alex doing something stupid. Not very surprising. She does that a lot. And she's this girl in a two-parter, so she shows up quite a bit. Um, called Dr. Evelyn, and then she turns out to be evil and wants to drain Justin's powers by, forcing him to compete in the tournament, even though he tries to, like, drop out of it when he finds out that she's evil. But she puts a spell on him or whatever. Honestly, he didn't even have to, like, tell her he was going to drop out. He could have just did the tournament and purposely lost. He could have did the tournament but not accepted the reward, or just not went on the trip. There's a lot of things he could have done, but it's a kids show, so obviously not going to criticize it too much. He also has an episode where he gets a zit and he wants to go on a date with this girl he likes. And the zit eventually, because of Alex messing stuff up like usual, she accidentally turns it into like a human, a little face on his zit. So it's voiced by Curtis Armstrong, most famously for me anyway. Um, he was Dan in Dan Versus, but he is very famous. So it was definitely a big surprise to see him on this show. I also have like an uncle in this episode who's played by a famous actor who I forgot. But he didn't really do much for me in his position in the show, so I didn't put him on these things to remember. And I also have the dude that played Bob Duncan show up in one scene where he plays Coach Anderson after Alex pranks Justin by putting like locker notes in his locker, and she pays the lunch lady to do it the last time she does it because she knows Justin's watching now. So he thinks the lunch lady's flirting with him. So he tries to let her down easy, even though let's be real, even though this is just a silly joke, that would be pedophilia. So, don't know why you would let her down easy. But anyways, so, he tries to let her down easy. The coach finds out and he gets mad at him. And it's played by the same dude from Good Luck Charlie, so that was pretty cool to see him in this show. And then last but not least, we got Daryl Sabarni as TJ Taylor, a kid that constantly relies on magic. So eventually he gets in trouble because Alex gets in trouble. He probably never would have gotten in trouble if he didn't even get involved with her. But he is the kid, most, famously probably known for Spy Kids, but he was also in the Halloween reboot. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, he just plays a kid that like enchants his mom and dad so they let him use magic and do whatever the fuck he wants. Then he starts hanging out with Alex and she tries to do the same thing, which gets him exposed for what he's doing. So he kind of got screwed over. There was the only things I really remembered about this show, to be honest, because this wasn't like one of my favorite crazy TV shows from a child that I watched like crazy, like, like Kicking It or Gumball or anything like that. Can't really think of any examples, but it was a show that I had watched when I was a kid. There was episode 3 actually in this season was an episode that I like sorta remembered. I remembered there being an episode where Alex goes on a date and it gets ruined, and that's all I really remembered. And that was the 3rd episode in the series. She goes on a date, and Justin and the little kid whose name I can't remember, I think it's Max, maybe? Maybe. Might be wrong. They ruin her date. And I remembered that episode for whatever reason. It was in my head when I thought about this show. It was a fine episode. And then I remembered that there was a movie. It's probably from one of the Scooby-Doo DVDs I used to watch when I was a kid or something like that. I don't know. But I remembered there being a movie and seeing that trailer all the time when watching one of my DVDs. I have no idea which DVD, but I remember there being a movie. But when I watch it, it will definitely be the first time I watch it, so that'll be cool. From what I've read online, it seems that it takes place after season 2, so I'll watch season 2 and then the movie. And yeah, that's about it.